Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Department of Electrical Engineering presented the subject of Advances in Renewable Energy Systems, presented by Professor S.A. Banne. This renewable energy is also called as non-conventional energy. Firstly, we will see what is energy. Energy is the key input to drive and improve the life cycle. Energy, electrical energy is a form of energy resulting from the flow of electric charge. The power from something such as electricity or oil that can do work such as providing light and heat. Energy is the ability to do work or apply force to move an object. In the case of electrical energy, the force is electrical attraction or repulsion between charged particles. Electrical energy is a form of energy resulting from the flow of electric charge. Energy is the ability to do work or apply force to move an object. In the case of electrical energy, the force is electrical attraction or repulsion between charged particles. So that electrical energy may be either potential energy or kinetic energy, but it's usually encountered the potential energy, which is energy stored due to the relative positions of charged particles or electric fields. The movement of charged particles through a wire or other medium is called current or electricity. So there is also state electricity called, which results from an imbalance or separation of positive and negative charges on an object. State electricity is a form of electrical potential energy. If sufficient charge builds up, the electrical energy may be discharged to form a spark which has electrical kinetic energy. Next slide we will see the types of energy. India is one of the countries with large production of energy from renewable sources. Total renewable energy, which includes large hydro with pumped storage generation, is nearly 17.5% of total utility electricity generation in India. So, which kind of sources is available? That is main two types of energy. First one is conventional energy and second one is non-conventional energy. In conventional energy is going to be apply the full of cost, and non-conventional energy sources is easily available in nature and that is all over free of cost. So non-conventional energy most of used in our India. For example, solar, wind, or run of the river hydro being must run power generation and environment friendly. Base load coal fired power is transforming into load following power generation. In addition, renewable peaking hydropower capacity also caters peak load demand on daily basis. So this is the all over main difference between conventional energy and non-conventional energy. Next one is non-conventional energy sources pictures is available. First one is solar power plant. Next one is geothermal power plant. Next one is wind power plant, and last one is that is the tidal power plant. These are all our sources is including in non-conventional sources. From that sources is going to be create a electricity. Then, basic introduction regarding the all over renewable energy sources. India ranked sixth in the world in total energy consumption. India is installed power capacity from 1262 megawatt to over 1112.058 megawatt. This achievement is impressive but not sufficient. So we mostly needed renewable sources of energy. Firstly, we will say concept of renewable energy. Next one is renewable energy sources, also called non-conventional energy. Earlier, we can say are these sources are that are continuously replenished by natural processes. Firstly, we will see the number of sources one by one. First one is solar energy, second one is wind energy, third one is bioenergy, that is also called biothermal energy. Next one is hydro energy, that is hydropower plant. Next one is geothermal energy, and last one is wave or tidal energy. Firstly, we see the plant of small hydropower plant, that is hydropower energy. Energy from small hydro is probably the oldest and the most reliable of renewable energy sources. In that picture, we will see the all over plant of hydropower plant. This hydropower plant is going to be installed near to the reservoir center, and in that particular reservoir system the high amount of water is going to be collected there. India is the fifth globally for installed hydroelectric power plant capacity. Additional smaller hydroelectric power units with a total capacity of 4,380 megawatt, that is have been installed small hydropower plant defined to be generated to facilitate with nameplate capacities up to 25 megawatt, comes under the ambient of Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. This is all our hydropower plant is going to be installed there. In India, small hydro schemes are further classified in micro hydro up to 100 kilowatt plant capacity. Then mini hydro power plant capacity is 101 kilowatt to 2000 kilowatt, and small hydro up to 25,000 kilowatt plant capacity. And the advantages of this resource is that it can be harnessed almost everywhere in India from any nearby stream, canal, stream, number of reservoirs. It is most environmentally begin manner and without encountering and submerged. These are reservoir system is available where high amount of water is going to be collected there. Then dam is also constructed near to reservoir. Okay, then next generator is installed in all our powerhouse. Generator, transformer, and all our turbines is seated. Okay, whenever we will generate the electricity, the high amount of water is fall on the upper side to lower side through the penstock. Then penstock is carrier, the upper side water is down to the lower side turbine. Whenever this water is going to be fall on the turbine, then turbine is going to be rotated for the higher speed according to water pressure. And that turbine is have, whenever the water is going to be fall, at that time water have get a potential energy, that is also we can say water energy. And whenever this water is going to be fall on turbine, that potential energy is converted into mechanical energy. In power us, the turbine is coupled to the alternator, and whenever this turbine is going to be rotated and we can get the mechanical energy, that turbine is going to be connected to alternator, and that mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy, and from that process we can get the higher amount of electricity, and that electricity is going to be transferred by power lines or transmission lines. So this is the all our small hydro power plant related information. Then next information is regarding all over is solar hydro energy. Solar energy. So solar energy has the greatest potential of all. So solar energy has the greatest potential energy sources of renewable energy. If only a small amount of this form of energy could be used, it will be one of the most important supplies, where solar energy is going to be used everywhere, where is sun energy is easily available, and this is all over free of cost. Solar energy is also used for the in the image, the number of solar power plant installed, whenever the sun energy is capturing the photovoltaic cell from the solar energy plates, this sunrise is going to be captured by photovoltaic cell by sunlight, and this internally the photovoltaic cell is going to be activated, and this photovoltaic cell is connected to the DC inverter. Photovoltaic cell, internally the electrons is going to be activated, and that energy is converted into DC inverter into DC inverter, and that DC inverter is going to be convert in again AC system. So generating not only solar energy is directly connected to the electricity. Also we can also this solar power plant solar hydro power plant is also used for the generation of electricity from the capturing the all over sunlight or sun energy. The heat is going to be generated, and that heat is helpful for to increase the temperature of water. Whenever the temperature of water is going to be increased, at that time the steam is going to be generated, and that hot water or air or steam is using concentrated solar reflector. it is increasing rapidity it is increasing rapidly. Presently concentrated solar thermal installation base for heating application is about 20 megawatt in India and expected to grow rapidly. So, cogeneration of steam and power round clock is also feasible with solar thermal. This plant is going to be installed in India. Most of the where the sun energy is completely high level available. At there, this energy keeps in at temperature of the earth above than the cold sphere, causes current in the atmosphere and in ocean, causes the water cycle and generate the photospheric in plants. So this is all over regarding solar energy, hydro energy, solar energy. This is the basic and high level amount of energy from that we can get the electricity. First, next plant is going to be, we will see, that is the wind energy. Wind energy, we will have also know the wind energy is also free of cost available in our nature. Wind energy, which is the indirect source of solar energy conversion, can be utilized to run windmill, which is turn drives a generate to produce electricity. Wind can also be used to provide mechanical power such as for water pumping. The basic wind energy conversion device is the wind turbine, and that wind turbines have basically two types. First one is vertical axis wind turbine, and second one is horizontal axis wind turbine. In our India, the mostly horizontal axis wind turbine is going to be used because of a n number of advantages is available for horizontal axis wind turbine. As compared to vertical axis wind turbine, the vertical axis wind turbine have a number of disadvantages and also the low life and low reliability. That's why in India the horizontal axis wind turbine is going to be mostly used. Wind electric generator converts this wind energy, also we can say kinetic energy available in wind, to electrical energy by using rotor, gearbox and generator. There are a large number of manufacturers for wind electric generators, and these wind energy have the n number of applications. The development of wind power in India began in 1990s and has significantly increased in the last few years. Although a relative newcomer to the wind industry compared with Denmark or US, domestic policy support for wind power has led India to become the country with the fourth largest installed wind power capacity in the world. So India is the densely populated and has high solar installation. Also a wind power generation has the n number of wind power plant is going to be available in India. The number of applications is available for wind energy. First one is an electrical submersible pump directly connected to the wind turbines for remote water pumping generate three-phase AC current suitable for driving. Wind energy are also used to reduce utility bills by displacing the utility power used in the household. So for that purpose, this wind energy is going to be used. Next one is, we can say, the most important and where is mostly used energy sources, that is all over, biomass or bioenergy. So that is the bioenergy means the potential for application of biomass as an alternative sources of energy in India in large level. We have plenty. India is an ideal environment for biomass production given its tropical location and abundant sunshine and rains. The country's vast agricultural potential provides huge agro resources which can be used to meet energy needs, both in heat power applications. In our India, it is estimated that the potential of biomass energy in India include 16,000 megawatt from biomass energy and further 3,500 megawatt from biogas cogeneration. Biogas materials that can be used for power generation include rice husks, straws, cotton stalks, coconut shells, soya husks, de-oiled cakes, coffee waste, jute waste, groundnut shells, sawdust, or any other animals wastage. So all over this is available in our agriculture level. So that's why in India the agriculture system is higher level available. So that's why in wastage material we can generate that biomass energy, and this biomass energy is converted into also electrical energy. So this is more beneficial system, or this is more beneficial sources available in our India. Next one is geothermal energy. The picture is shown the all over process for geothermal energy. This is the energy lie, which lies embedded within the earth. According to various theories, the earth has a molten core. The steam and the hot water comes naturally to the surface of the earth in some locations of the earth. Two ways of electric power production from geothermal energy has been suggested. It is as between 450 to 550 degrees Celsius can be found. By embedding coil of pipes and sending water through them can be raised. In other the other geothermal water and the steam is used to operate the turbines directly. At present, only steam coming out of the ground it is used to generate electricity. Whenever the high level heat is generated underground system, at that time the heat is going to be also generated, and that heat is near to the water is available, then steam is going to be generated, and this steam is coming out from the ground, and it is also used for the generation of electricity. So this is the all over regarding geothermal energy. Next one is, that is the most important source is the tidal energy. In our India, number of seas available for tidal. So that's why tidal is going to be higher number of tidals energy is available. So we can also generate the tidal energy is converted into also electricity. So number of pictures is available how to generate electricity from the tidal. In our picture, the underground level means under sea level, the tidal energy plant is going to be installed. The tides in the sea are the result of the universal gravitational effect of evenly bodies like sun and moon on the earth. Due to fluidity of water mass, the effect of this force becomes apparent in the motion of water, which shows a periodic rise and fall in the levels, which is in synthesis with the daily cycle of rising and setting of sun and moon. So this is the all over process depends on sun and moon movement. So this periodic rise and fall of the water level of a sea is called as tide, and this tide is going to be have the more number of potential energy. These tides can be used to produce electrical power, which is known as tidal power. By using this reversible water turbine, turbines can be run continuously both during high tide and low tide. The turbine is coupled to generator. The tidal have this potential energy, and this potential energy, whenever the fall on the turbine, at that time this potential energy is converted into mechanical energy, and this turbine is coupled to the generator. Potential energy of this water stored in the basin, as well as energy during high tides, used to drive turbine, which is coupled to generator, and from that process we can generate the electricity. So this is all over. Number of sources is available for the generation of electricity. This is the also called a non-conventional energy or renewable energy sources we have seen. So thank you.